Well, normal activities have resumed on OU's campus in Norman, but many still on edge after the university said Friday night's report of an active shooter on campus was a hoax.
These so-called swatting calls can be both harmful physically and even emotionally. Our Jordan Daphnis is standing by with expert advice on how to work through the stress and even the anger. Jordan?
Well, Robin and Lacey, I was there on this scene covering this when this possible active shooter situation was unfolding. I was actually texting my friends who are OU students. One of them told me, thank you so much for sharing that information. Calm down, because she was so scared for me. She had no control.
My sisters all texting me like, hey, are you at home? I'm like, well, I mean, is there something that I should know about? Like, what's going on?
Confusion and chaos. That's what many people in Norman experienced on Friday.
And everybody just ran out of the theaters. Yeah. And then we hid in one of the kind of like back theaters. There was like a wood shop, so we hid under a bunch of like wood. I don't know. And then they took us down to the basement into the costume shop. And we hid back there for probably like a half hour until police came down.
How are you supposed to react in a situation so terrifying?
I think that there is sometimes a preconception that we are all going to react the same on a particular stressful circumstance. But actually, people react in a very different way.
Mental health professional Millie Flores wants to help people prepare for something she hopes they never encounter.
Because it has been so common lately, we are going to have just that fear, that anxiety. I am very glad that people took this seriously.
The first step, have a plan.
I think it is very important to get into the mindset, what would I do if something happened? Right? Do I know what to do? Do I know where to go? Do I have maybe a person that I could contact?
And if you have a loved one in a scary situation, she says there is no right or wrong answer. Just do what you need to do.
Just being compassionate to them and just like, why do you keep trying? No one is responding. Really, because I will control the things that I can control, and at that point I could control, texting my loved one.
The next step, have a conversation with your kids.
Our kids are exposed to news, social media, and they are seeing all of these things. What are you feeling about seeing this in the news? Do you know someone that was affected by this circumstance? Do you want to talk about it? And I think those are conversations and questions that all parents need to be asking.
Something that may feel difficult, but Flores says kids are already aware.
We are having very young kids doing drills for like active shooting or unsafe situations in schools.
Overall, opening the line of communication can help relieve stress for everyone.
And I am a proponent that I think sometimes with fear and stress, the more we communicate those things, the better we're going to feel.
And OU offers both in-person and telehealth counseling services for students and faculty at the Charles and Goddard Health Center.
And Jordan wanted us to pass along that it is Parents Weekend as well, so there's going to be a lot of visitors there. So if you know that there are people coming in and they'd like some help, you can get more information on the University of Oklahoma's website.